It was Woodrow Wilson. Some other people ascribed it to Graham, who once said, if you lose wealth, you lose nothing. If you lose health, you have lost something. But if you lose character, you have lost everything. AUN is a repository, not just of excellence and service, but of character and integrity. Today, I try to speak on the role of university in creating a legacy and impact on the world. And I'm taking AUN as a case study because it has done so much that it is recognized globally as one of the best universities, not just in Nigeria and Africa, but across the world. So in speaking on legacy and impact, I take the definition of Elizabeth Perry, who defines legacy as the positive impact a group has on other people, on friends, colleagues, even strangers you do not know, your impact on them. Your legacy, therefore, is the sum total of the personal values and accomplishments and actions that resonate with people around you. We have seen people, personalities, historical figures who have left lasting legacies. Elizabeth Perry, for example, sees impact as encompassing personal values and accomplishments and actions. So we look at great historical figures like Nelson Mandela, a man who was in prison for 27 years, came out, became president of South Africa, dethroning apartheid. We have seen historical figures like Mother Teresa, canonized and revered for her humanitarian services. We have seen historical figures, even like our own Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who came to save the world, and the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him. We have seen historical figures like Buddha and Confucius, who did a lot in instilling morals. We have seen how ancient Greek and other countries, particularly the Babylonians, how they gave us sciences. We saw how Albert Einstein gave us the principle of relativity, a principle that was used to manufacture the first atomic bomb that destroyed the twin cities of Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, during the 1945 Second World War. We have seen Marie Curie, the first woman Nobel laureate. We saw Rosa Parks, the young lady who at 42 refused to vacate the bus at Montgomery, Alabama, United States. She was dragged on the ground, and that gave impetus to the great civil rights movement. which was later taken over by Martin Luther King Jr. So there is the saying that Rosa Parks sat so that Martin Luther King Jr. could walk. Martin Luther King Jr. walked so that Obama could run. Obama ran so that our children could fly. So I tried to look at the origin of universities and their evolution, how Plato's Academy was founded in Athens, embodying philosophical ideals and holistic approach to education. Subjects like the triumvirate and the quadrium, which emphasized effective expression and broader intellectual pursuit. We saw Oxford and Cambridge, which were founded initially and primarily by the Catholic Church through historical analysis to be able to change the world. In France, during the period of the Renaissance, there was a transition from religion-focused education to specialized institutions, like the Grande École under Napoleon, which emphasized skilled civil service. In Germany, educational landscape was changed by Wilhelm von Humboldt, after whom the Humboldt University is named. In the UK, liberal education was emphasized through Oxford and Cambridge. In the United States of America, universities like Harvard and Princeton emphasized a gradual transition to broader curriculum with emphasis on research. In Africa here and other developing countries, universities have played pivotal roles in addressing the needs of the people, not only in terms of education, but in terms of skills acquisition and self-actualization. So the purpose of a university, therefore, is not solely to impart knowledge, but also to focus on vocational skills, which requires new teaching materials and a mindset shift. Universities, therefore, impact and leave lasting legacies through academic excellence, engaging in social responsibility, and having global citizenship and cultural exchanges. For example, the AUN fosters global connectivity through initiatives like the World History Lab and international collaborations. It engages in community matters. For example, the Article Institute of Development, AID, partners with organizations like USAID and gives to address societal challenges and problems. They have supported internally displaced persons, IDPs, giving them hope, because when hope is lost, everything is lost. AUN has given scholarships and financial aid amounting to over 15% of the student body through merit scholarships and need-based grants and presidential scholarships. AUN is renowned to have been there for the Chibok girls through their education initiative. They established a new foundation school called NIS to provide education and support to the survivors of Chibok. We all woke up in April 2014. I remember we were then at the national conference when we had the news of the abduction of these young girls, some of them 12 or 13. They went through trauma. Some were raped, some were killed, some were forcefully married out, some were traumatized. They became vegetables. But AUN took up the challenge and decided to reintegrate these young ladies, many of whom are over 30 years now. And some of them, through partnership with AUN, are now themselves helping the local communities through skills acquisition. This would never have been possible without the intervention of the American University of Nigeria, AUN. So universities like AUN, therefore, impact and give legacies to the world through establishment of centers of excellence, promoting interdisciplinary collaborations, fostering research and partnerships, supporting innovation initiatives, funding faculty and students, innovation projects, implementing diversity initiatives, community engagement programs and outreach, global education initiatives, embracing traditions by naming universities, for example, after individuals or corporations. Certain ideals will be fostered. And of course, how do you perpetuate this legacy? You can do this through alumni mentorship programs of students who are coming on. In Nigeria, for example, Ahmadu Bello University Zaria first broke grounds as a computer center in Africa. The University of Ife was known for its expertise in nuclear physics, and I am a proud student of that University of Ife, now named Obafemi Awolowo University. And you know, in Nigeria, there are two universities, with all humility, the University of Ife and others. Of course, including AUN. The University of Ibadan was internationally reputed as a leading center of excellence in tropical medicine. It was said that the Saudi Arabian royal family used to come there for their treatment. Professor Ayodele Awojobi from ABU Zaria was the first Nigerian who changed the steering from right-hand driving to left-hand driving. But he was so dissatisfied with the system that some people believe he died of frustration within the system. Professor Ishaya Audu was the first Nigerian Vice Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. He collected all the prizes at St. Mary's University Medical School in London. He was succeeded by Professor Iya Abubakar, a highly talented Cambridge mathematician who became a professor at the age of 28. Alexander Animalu was a gifted MIT physicist who did work in original importance in superconductivity. Renowned mathematician Professor Chike Obi solved the famous 200-year-old conjecture with a pencil and a paper. That was a problem that Cambridge mathematician John Wise could only achieve using a computer for a period of 1 decade. Professor Chike Obi was said to have just done it by using a pencil and a paper. So our brightest have been there imparting legacy on the world, like many of them are already coming up from AUN. When I went around yesterday, I discovered that some of the best professionals and technical people in the various departments of AUN after a tour were actually finished in this university, meaning that they are already impacting their legacies on the world. I have here Philip Emeagwali, who won the 1989 Gordon Hall Award for his works in supercomputing. Jelani Aliyu designed the first electrical car for American automobile, General Motors. Olufunmilayo Olupede, professor of medicine at the University of Chicago, won a MacArthur Genius Award for her work on cancer. Winston Shoboejo, who earned a Cambridge doctorate degree at the age of 23. Listen to that. A doctorate degree at Cambridge at the age of 23. He's a Princeton engineering professor. He has been made chairman of many boards. Samuel Achilefo received the St. Louis Award for his intervention of cancer-seeing glasses. Kunle Olokotun of Stanford did work on original importance on multiprocessors. Michael Veshima is believed to have solved the 2 centuries-old Riemann conjecture that defied giants such as Gauss and Minkowski and Poyer. I can go on and on to look at some Nigerians who have imparted on the world. For example, Halaud Olaoluwa was one of a dozen future Einstein awarded postdoctoral fellowships. He made his PhD at the age of 21 at the University of Harvard, at the University of Lagos, before he went to Harvard. Ayodele Dada graduated with a perfect 5.0 GPA, an unprecedented feat in any Nigerian university. So I have all these whiz kids who have done a lot to impact on the world and give Nigeria a good name, reputation, and image globally. I have here that to create a lasting legacy, talking to the graduates now, how do you start? You are graduating now, you are going into the world, an unkind world that will not readily welcome you with smiles and affability. Tony Robbins gave us some steps which you need to imbibe. Say, discover your purpose Reveal your natural skills and abilities. Unlock your passion. Determine your X factor. Your X factor is that which you can do, which no other person can do. Create a business map. How do I go? What do I want to do? Some Martin's 9 steps are that you should discover values, ambitions. You should set clear goals. You must cultivate expertise and skills. Build relationships and networks, not only amongst your colleagues, but people outside. Live with integrity and by example. Make a positive impact on others. Document and share your journey with people. And plan for succession, which the AUN founder has already done for this AUN, a succession plan so that the university lasts for as long as mankind exists. The way you see Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, Howard, Princeton, and all of them. And Herzog gave us 7 steps. Make deliberate decisions. Take action on set goals. Simplify life and focus on essentials. Don't take on everything. Treat everyone with decency. Serve the best of you to the society. Do the next things right. And remember that you have limited time on earth here, which is not more than 120 years if you take the longest, going by Genesis chapter 6, verse 3. These steps will help you discover your skills, your passion, adding value to society, building relationships, leading with integrity, and planning for tomorrow. So the lessons that we can derive from Asian tigers are some of those lessons that AUN has been following methodically and religiously. That is why Asian tigers like South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Singapore, that used to be third world countries like Nigeria, are moving far ahead. And I can tell you, India has joined those great countries. I was in Chennai, India 2 years ago, and I was able to discover that even America, United States of America, import spaceship equipment from India, and that India could actually build aircraft except the turbine engine, and that they have nursery grounds for future generations. Whilst over 70% of vehicles used in India are actually manufactured in India. These are some of the things that AUN is following: to invest in skills, advancement in technology, engaging specialized agencies to collaborate through networking, establishing pilot projects involving international agencies for collaboration. Let me conclude this short speech in the words of Ozekhome, who told us, your legacy is a footprint in the sands of time. It is the mark you leave on the world after you are gone. It is about making a difference, separating yourself from the crowd, not just in grand gesture, but in everyday moment. Maya Angelou admonishes, If you are going to leave a legacy, make a mark on the world that can't be erased. Ozekhome finally tells us that every person has a legacy. You may not know about your impact and what it is. It may not be something that you can write on your tombstone, but every person has an impact on this world. As we celebrate AUN and the founder, let me say here that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Waziri Adamawa, GCON, former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will perhaps not be remembered for his political odyssey or achievements or accomplishments, but forever his name will remain inerasable and etched in the sands of time by establishing this American University of Nigeria, which has left a lasting legacy and impact on the world, on this generation and future generations, beyond which he himself, in founding this university 20 years ago, may never have anticipated. So he has made his impact already. He has already left a lasting legacy, so gargantuan, so monumental, that history will never forget him. The question, therefore, young graduates and all of us here, is what legacy and impact do we want to leave on the world? The answer you will provide will show your personal. God bless you all. God bless AUN. God bless America. God bless Nigeria. And God bless the founder. I thank you all.